Facebook is trying to delete me.
All right.
Big
cool.
Tech is trying to delete us, our movement. We must stop them.
Okay.
You are smart.
What is this production value? Man, oh God, the right has so much money behind it. It hurts me. It hurts me to watch their content. There's so much. They have like teams of editors, and they get like producers, and they book appointments and stuff like that. And I just like me. I'm just over here grilling, you know.
Long ago, you stopped believing in the corrupt corporate media.
Okay, let's talk about framing, and let's talk about propaganda. It's really interesting that in the same sentence she is decrying the corrupt corporate media while also engaging in a proven psychological tactic designed to misinform people. So when you say stuff like, you're smart, you believe X, what you're doing is priming them. What you're essentially trying to do is take a person who either has a set of preconceived notions or who's on the fence about them, and then you push them into believing something they don't necessarily believe by implying that they would have arrived at that conclusion naturally through their own intelligence. It's like that. It's like Inception, basically. You're trying to put it in their brain. She precedes this by saying the person she's talking to is smart, but this tactic is something that works better with dumb people. So, yeah. Now, by the way, if you fall for stuff like this, that doesn't mean you're dumb. I'm just saying, like, the more cognizant you are of these tactics, the less effective they are.
You canceled the newspapers and cable shows and began reading your news from social platforms.
I just want to say the movement away from newspapers and traditional media towards alternative media has objectively led to a decrease in general awareness. That is by the way, that is a fact. Look, I love the internet, okay? I love free pornography or whatever, but Americans were definitely more informed on reality when we got our news from newspapers and from traditional media. There used to be literal laws that prevented these news corporations from lying the way they're able to today. We have now moved to a radically decentralized form or network of journalism and of independent media, which sounds great, but in reality, all that means is that venture capitalists can make millions and millions of dollars selling a very specific group of people very effective lies. It's that simple. Like what alternative media really is that it's opened up the gates to incredibly aggressive and incredibly exploitative marketing.
Dominant on those platforms were conservative voices, like mine.
I like how you say were, and yet you're still one of the largest figures, like, around. That's really interesting. Hold on. Google Trends. Go to Google Trends, and then we search Candace Owens. And then we go to the past 5 years. And, wow. Wait, guys, what the fuck happened around the... Wait, hello? What happened here? Right here? What happened right there? Right here. I have no idea. The BLM protests? Wait, hold on. June. Oh, yep. George Floyd. This was when she made the video saying George Floyd was no angel. Yep. Okay. So it seems to me that except for that massive spike where she profited immensely from the death of another black person, you know, classic Candace Owens style, it seems like with some occasional spikes, she's still repping like the same numbers as always. I mean, to compare, like, yeah, I don't even show up in this graph. Just so you guys know, like, comparative relevance. Where would Ben Shapiro? That's Eben Shapiro. Sorry, that's his less successful. Yeah, like, I don't know. They kind of bumped together. I don't know. She's one of the largest voices online, period. I don't think she's in a position to complain.
We are the Americans who did not have a voice in traditional media. Honestly.
Yeah, conservatives. Just no way you could get your conservative opinions fed to you in traditional. Yep, no possible way. If by her opinion she means like alt-right or like fascist, then even then, I mean, I don't know. Glenn Beck was playing The Wire for quite a while.
Do you think the left wants me to have a platform to speak?
What do you mean? What does it matter whether or not the left want? You don't want me to have a platform to speak. What's the...
But I can have a voice. Here, on my own social platforms.
This, like, cyberpunk shit is really crazy. Look at this. What is this? Like, is this like, fuck, what is that game? What is that game? Come on, guys. Watch Dogs, yeah. Like, you see Candace Owens on the street. Public figure. Make sure to subscribe. Ring the bell.
I can be heard. That freedom infuriates the left, who used to own complete control over our information.
So a really good trick that you can listen to whenever you're listening to people like Candace Owens or anyone else comparably stupid is whenever they say the left and they're talking about big tech, you never have to listen to another word from them. You never have to listen to another word. When they say the left and they're including everybody from Antifa to CNN, what they have done is actually described almost like every human being on Earth. The left is just every human who is to the left of, like, Adolf Hitler. They're describing everybody, okay? I've seen people say that, like, Reddit moderation is done by communists. I'm pretty sure the owner of Reddit is, like, a right libertarian, like, who's talked about how he would own slaves if he lived back in the 1800s. Spez? I'm pretty sure I remember that. But they'll call anybody a communist if they're not, like, 100% towing the party line. The amount of ideological hegemony on the right is insane. You absolutely have to toe the line, or they'll call you a communist. They're calling Mike Pence a communist now.
So they hatched a plan to silence me and all of us conservatives. And Facebook is paying them for it.
Really?
Here is how it works.
I haven't gotten shit from this.
In 2016, hysterical liberals had to find someone to blame.
Hysterical liberals.
For their humiliating loss to Donald Trump.
Dude, it's 2021. You can't make fun of how liberals reacted to Trump winning after how you guys have reacted to Biden winning, okay? Listen, they knitted pussy hats. You guys attacked the fucking Capitol building, okay? All right? They had a couple of videos where ladies with colored hair cried, okay? You guys have split the party in half over your hysterical crying, okay? You have no right to complain anymore. These aren't even comparable.
In their minds, they could not possibly have lost due to their own horrendous candidates or policies or their own failing message.
Like, the irony of saying this while also believing the election was stolen from Trump in 2020.
So they attacked the one thing that they did not have total control over: social media companies. They applied extreme pressure to silence or censor fake news, which was just a fancy way of saying news that they don't like.
Wait, but the right is the one that uses the term fake news. Wait, how are you using fake news as a term to describe something the left doesn't like when Trump has been doing that for 4 years? Nice try at gaslighting, buddy, but it's not going to work for me, gecko for head. What the fuck are you talking about? This is what I mean. Like, again, the contempt these people have for factual information is fucking insane. Conservatives will lie to you shamelessly, and they will lie to you, and they will tell you they are lying to you, and they will expect you to go along with it, and they don't care. They are so incredibly shameless. I was gonna take a second to say, by the way, like, haha, they put all this production value into a video with 130,000 views, which is pretty small for Candace Owens. But you have to remember that the real market here is Facebook, where all the real lunatics are. And if you go to Facebook, you'll find that in a video saying Facebook is trying to delete me, this video has 250,000 shares. God only knows how many views it has. I don't actually know how to show that on Facebook. I don't know where to show. 23,000 comments. Yeah, nearly 300,000 reactions, which means in all likelihood, this probably has in the ballpark of 3 to 5 million views. Click the video, it says view count.
I can be heard. That
Does it say view count? Let's see some of the other ones down here. I don't see it, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that, like, the irony of Candace Owens bitching that she's being censored when she's one of the largest people on Facebook is pretty palpable. So shameless with the lying.
Facebook bent to that pressure. and created a fact-checker network with godlike powers over all of us.
Do you think it's maybe a little bit telling that the greatest enemy of conservatives are fact-checkers?
Here is how Facebook fact-checking works. A website you have never heard of, run by partisan beta leftists.
Beta leftists? Candace, dude, look at how much the culture war dialogue fits in here. This video has literally nothing to do with like masculinity or like or like gender standards or anything like that, but they fit it in. They have to fit all the terms together because it's a mishmash of buzzwords. None of them have any individual meaning. They're just meant to like force you to believe or feel a certain way. When they say beta leftists, what she's trying to do is conjure in your head some kind of like soy guzzling, like pasty, limp-wristed Facebook moderator click-a-clacking at a keyboard. Like the goal is to instill a straw man in your head so you don't have to take seriously any considered opposition, basically.
Stalk the pages of your favorite conservative personalities. Whenever we say anything they disagree with, these fact checkers write a vicious partisan hit piece. Then they harass—
Wait. Vicious partisan hit piece. You mean they fact check you? Wait, are you kidding me? Wait. I thought she was going to say, like, they moderate or delete the content. You mean they fact-check you? That's it? Just PolitiFact? That's the vicious partisan hit piece? You're such a fucking pussy, Candace Owens. Not that I would expect anything less from somebody who, back when she grifted as a left-leaning person, would sue organizations for being racist to her, and then while grifting as a right-leaning person, says that she's never experienced racism. Is she doing duck speak? What she's doing right now is duck speak, yes. Okay, right, 2.9 million, thank you. Yeah. Vicious partisan hit piece. Jesus Christ.
Us and our audience by slapping hazardous warning labels on what we have posted.
Hazardous warning
Many
labels?
Times, those labels say missing context or disputed.
Or just wrong. You're just wrong. Cry about it? What are you talking about? Oh, this one video is going to get more reach than my entire channel does. Okay.
Yes, thanks, Facebook. Every political argument in America is disputed.
No. They're not saying that the argument is disputed. They're saying the factual information you're presenting is incorrect. The term disputed is actually a little bit of obfuscating political correctness to your favor there. What they should be saying is, this is wrong. When they say this claim is disputed on Twitter, on Facebook, what they actually mean is this is factually incorrect. It's political correctness, and they're doing it for your benefit.
Every argument is indeed missing some context.
Very Samantha. Well, you claim that I'm wrong all the time, Mrs. Ben Shapiro's mom. But the other day, I correctly identified that it was indeed 12:37 p.m. while looking at my watch. I didn't hear you dispute that information. Clearly, I'm not wrong all the time, Mother. I am indeed right at sometimes. Your statement here is erroneous and quite false.
The insanity continues. These
the insanity that she's described so far as being fact-checked. And that's it. And she opened this video with complaining about hysterical leftists.
As I like to call them, would be just an annoyance, but Facebook gives them the ability to destroy the reach of our content, so we cannot communicate with you.
This video has 3 million views on Facebook. You're like the largest figure. Like, you're up there with Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro as the largest conservative demagogues in alternative media. What possible reach are you looking for here?
Monetize our pages so we can't make a living producing content for our audiences.
Really? You can't make a living? Really? Is that true, Candace Owens? You're just struggling so much to make a living. That's really? Maybe your editors are struggling to make a living. I can't imagine they're compensated very well. But, like, you're really going to play that grift, dude? If I played that grift, that, like, you guys need to donate and subscribe, don't you want me to be able to survive? Well, that would be pretty pathetic. You probably make 10 times as much as me. Not even 10. You probably make, like, 20 or 30 times as much as me, okay? I don't want to hear it.
And here is the breathtaking part. Most of these fact checks are pure partisan bile. They're false, fake, untrue.
Oh, whoa. Are you fact-checking the fact-checkers? Candace, you're doing the thing. You're engaging in ruthless, partisan censorship of the PolitiFact team. What is up with you? Come on. Also, if they're wrong, prove it. I've seen a lot of Snopes articles. I've seen a lot of PolitiFact checks. I've never seen them incorrect. Now, sometimes there is some bias to the way this information is presented. Like, for example, if a politician says, like Bernie Sanders, 100,000 children die every day from our domestic drone strikes where military officials target starving babies for fun. And then like fact check could be like, actually, the number is 97,000 a day. We really disclaim false. Like, you can do that. And that's a thing that's happened like a couple of times. But having looked through a lot of these, for the most part, like I'd say like 99% of the time, PolitiFact articles are like on the ball, you know? Candace Owens is wrong every time. I have never seen any content from Candace Owens that wasn't a lie. Every single time I watch it, it's a lie. Consistently. I have never seen anything from Candace Owens that even came in the ballpark of being truthful. Not even close. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to see her prove that any of these articles are incorrect, but what do you guys want to bet? I mean, you've already seen the video. What do you guys want to bet she's going to call these articles false, fake, untrue, fake news, and then not actually going to prove any of it?
There is no recourse for your favorite conservative creators. We are held at gunpoint by these partisan hacks.
Yep.
And Facebook is giving them the gun. This is why I am suing the Facebook fact checkers.
Wait, really? Dude, this is like the PragerU lawsuit. This is just a way of clout sharking. This is just clout shark. So now Candace Owens is going to get to give bi-weekly updates on the status of the lawsuit. There's absolutely no grounds here. There's no grounds for a lawsuit here. What, they're fact-checking you? That's it?
I'm suing them on behalf of you.
On behalf of you. She's doing it for you, guys. She's doing it for you. Candace Owens threatened to sue Facebook after page was demonetized for comments about Indian American Kamala Harris. Didn't she say some like racist shit about Kamala Harris or something like that? I mean, Facebook has a TOS. I mean, that's how it works. You can't sue websites if they punish you for breaking TOS. That's not how that works.
Favorite creators and news sites on behalf of our freedom of speech and thought. So who are these hack checkers? Well, I'm suing a site called Lead Stories.
Lead Stories.
Lead Stories is run by a former CNN employee of 26 years.
Damn.
Who makes a living cannibalizing and slandering conservative content and creators.
Again, a really effective way of knowing that you're being lied to. She's not actually saying anything. If there's like real dirt on a person, you can actually say that dirt without any like vague signaling or vague posturing. You can just say like, and in 2016, this person was responsible for this like misinformation campaign where they slandered this person and got away with it, or it was dropped in court. The use of buzzwords here obfuscates the fact that this person has probably done very little wrong, or very little that Candace Owens can actually complain about.
His website has published disputed fake news stories, including one that when...
Didn't you just say that the term disputed is meaningless because all politics is disputed, and the term fake news is useless because it's used by leftists to describe news they don't agree with? Wait, how can she in the same video... this is, by the way, guys, we're using our Orwellian dictionary today. This is doublespeak. This is cognitive dissonance. Or more accurately, this is her expecting her audience to recognize doublespeak. She probably knows she's lying. No, she definitely does. Candace Owens is a very effective grifter. But what she's expecting is for her audience to be able to hear two contradictory claims and believe both of them. It's doublethink, not speak. Well, it works. Yeah, doublethink, doublespeak. I mean, she's speaking it. Other people doublethink it. Whatever.
After my content personally, and so I'm going after him personally. Here is an important question: who funds Lead Stories? According to their own masthead, Bleed Stories is funded by Facebook and Google, along with ByteDance.
Oh, is that a Chinese company or something?
And what is ByteDance? It's a Beijing-based company that owns the TikTok spyware app.
Spyware app. Okay. You do realize that like all social media companies have like the ability. Facebook has been the most aggressive content like a data aggregate collector that sells it to other companies. But Facebook's not a Chinese company, so.
Our own Justice Department says the company is a national security threat and compromised by the Communist Party of China. Facebook, then, is paying for fact-checkers funded by an arm of the Communist Party of China to censor my content here in America.
Wait, you failed. Wait, you failed to make a connection right here. You missed a step.
Justice Department says the company is a national security threat.
The Justice Department says TikTok is a national security threat, not the company that funds this fact-checking service. Wait, did she just expect her audience to, like, forget that? Like, the fact-checking service is being funded in part by a Chinese company. Here's another Chinese company, TikTok, the Department of Justice has talked about. There you go. You know, you do know China is the largest country on earth, right? They've got a lot of companies.
And compromised by the Communist Party.
Yeah, this is about TikTok.
Party of China. Facebook, then, is paying for fact-checkers funded by an arm of the Communist Party of China to...
Oh, is it the same company? Oh, ByteDance is the same one. It actually owns TikTok? Oh, okay, gotcha. Wait, did she say that earlier? Did I just miss that?
And what is ByteDance? It's a Beijing-based company.
Oh, she did. Oh, I just completely skipped over that. Oh, my bad. Okay, never mind. Arm of the Chinese government, Communist government. Okay. Okay, wait. I'll slip for a second. I'll actually break rank, and I'll say this much. Okay. Well, Candace Owens' assertion here that this automatically. So wait. Quick point. Okay. If this means that everything this fact-checking organization does and says is fake news, then they should be able to prove it based on the merits of the claim of the fact-checking organization, not just by pointing at its sponsors. If a person's argument is false, you shouldn't need to just point at their sponsors to prove that. You should be able to, like, actually prove that they're false. Candace Owens is basically like a NASCAR vest full of sponsors. Like, she's funded by oil billionaires and media demagogues all around, though she doesn't wear it in her sleeve as actively because the laws for disclosing who you're financed by is vary, and it's difficult to, to parse sometimes. But yeah, like, you should be able to do that. I will say, though, however, I really do think it's fucked up how many Western corporations bend the knee to China because they want to take advantage of that consumer market. That is a big issue, and it is a big problem. There are a lot of concessions that are made there, and I don't like the Chinese government. I don't like what we do there. Not because I'm pro-America, because I'm anti-China and anti-America. Get it out.
This is insanity. It's un-American. It's dangerous.
Oh, it's capitalism.
And it needs to stop.
It's capitalism.
This is why I am fighting. Our freedoms are at stake. Our movement is at stake.
That it?
We know these battles are taking place all over the world. Do you wish to support me in my efforts against these hack checkers? Well, the easiest thing you can do right now
is share the video, yeah. Nice meme. Okay, gotcha. So this conveyed no information. She has no standing for a lawsuit. She wasn't able to describe any actual harm done to her through this fact-checking. And then she says that she was fact-checked by Facebook, but then she's suing some other fact-check organization, which she wasn't able to describe any problems with. And in the entire video, she never gave a single example of any fact-checking against her or anyone else being factually incorrect, which is pretty interesting, you know? Also, a bunch of, like, doublethink, cognitive dissonance, using language that she denounced earlier, making claims that she previously rebuked. Yeah, just really standard stuff. Yeah, Candace Owens is one of the worst ones out there. It's hard to tell with these people because all their positions are completely indefensible, which is why Candace Owens doesn't do debates. But I think Ben Shapiro believes most of what he says. I think that he thinks he's like a little golden boy. I think Candace Owens doesn't believe a fucking word that she says. I think that she's empty inside, like, as a person, like, ethically. Like, there's just a sort of a shell that walks around, you know? Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad. But yeah, and if you want to support the fight against horrible disinfo spewing dipshits like Candace Owens, the best thing you can do is share this video and subscribe. Share it out there, people. Get it out there. Woo!